Hi there, welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbao. Let's turn attention to the AFCON Semi-Final, and it's Senegal who have now advanced to the finals. And of course, they defeated Egypt in that encounter to secure their slot in the final. It was Sadio Mane who scored the only goal of the game to ensure that Senegal put themselves in a good position to win yet another AFCON. Yeah. Now, after the games, Sadio Mane was full of praise for his team and also had some very kind words for his former teammate, Mohamed Salah. He insisted that his team deserved to win and will be looking to give their very best in the final on Sunday.
First of all, I want to say good evening to everybody here, and also to pay tribute to Egypt, of course. And as I always said, Egypt is for me the best ever team in Africa, and today they show it again. And wow, what a team! And it wasn't easy for us, and we expect that because it's Africa Cup and we struggle, but we keep patient and face to this great player, especially Mo Salah, one of the best players in the world. And of course, he's always giving his best for the team. Unfortunately for him today as well. But well, I just want to say this is part of football, and yeah. Just get up and keep fighting for your dream, because we know I can't be here to talk about Egypt because I will sleep all night. But big respect for this team, and I wish them best of luck. And yeah. Then I think today was not an easy game, but respect that. And yeah, as I said, we've been patient, and we know that any kind of mistake, you will be punished. So we try from the beginning till the end to be compact, and also to press as soon as we lose the ball, and to put them on big pressure, and to not lose easy ball, because they have one of the best players in the world, Marmoush and Mo, so don't give them this kind of chance to punish you. So we were able to do it very well. And I think, yeah, of course, we create many chances. At the end of the day, we scored the only goal, and of course, I think I would say we deserve to win.
Mane there in the other semi-final game between Morocco and Nigeria that has started a few minutes at the end of the first half. It's been cagey, very cagey at the moment, but still goalless. And of course, Senegal are waiting to see who they will be facing in the final. Will it be against Morocco, or will it be against Nigeria, who themselves were in the final the last time out? And for Senegal, they are chasing their second, AFCON title after winning it just some years ago. So wait to see on Sunday who will play in the final. For Egypt, they will fight for the third and fourth place. And of course, they'll also be waiting to see the loser of this game between Nigeria and Morocco, and they will play for the bronze medal come Saturday. Well, let's turn attention to England now, and Ghana's and Manchester City forward Antoine Semenyo was on target again for Manchester City in their Carabao Cup victory against Newcastle United. Now, following that performance, he lauded his teammates and also emphasized that he's been enjoying the moment after scoring again for City against Newcastle United. Now, he spoke after the game where he has now scored two goals in 2 games, and also assisted one while picking 2 man of the match performances.
Tough game today, but we just needed to stick in there. We knew we would get chances, and that's just in the right area to tap it in, and obviously we're victorious, so happy.
Yeah, does it help the belief and confidence you've brought to the club? You've obviously been flying all season long, and you've picked up where you've left off at Bournemouth.
I think the whole environment here is perfect. Everyone's confident and wanting to achieve the best. So I've just come into that, and they've helped me with my confidence and made me feel welcome.
Different working for this manager, and obviously you've seen these players from the outside, but working with them in a couple of games and the little time you've probably had on the training pitch.
Yeah, it's been a lot, definitely been a lot, but I've enjoyed it so far. I'm definitely picking up things very quickly, and yeah, I'm enjoying it, like I said.
Crazy to think it was, last Wednesday that you scored your last goal for Bournemouth, and here you are, 2 City goals in already.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just taking the confidence that I had from Bournemouth here, and yeah, like I said, playing with a smile on my face. So I'm enjoying every moment.
What did you say to the camera at the end?
Second goal should have counted. The referee came and spoke to me and told me what was going on, but yeah, it's what it is.
Well, he'll be waiting to play in the final because following that win against Newcastle United, they made it to the final of the Carabao Cup. The other semi-final game in that competition is currently underway between Arsenal and Chelsea. Arsenal are leading by a goal to nil, and the winner of that game will face Manchester City, Antoine Semenyo's Manchester City, in the final. Let's turn attention to Germany now because the league has resumed there, and it resumed over the weekend with Bayern Munich thrashing Wolfsburg by 8-1. Now, Tom Ginoy is with our partner station DWTV, and he joins me for a quick review of what unfolded over the weekend, particularly involving Bayern Munich. Tom, good to have you. I mean, Bayern Munich, of course, celebrated an emphatic victory against Wolfsburg, but then there were a few other results too that stood out. Talk to me about what this win means for Bayern Munich as they look to retain the Bundesliga title.
Well, it was indeed a massive victory for the German champions, 8-1 in front of their home crowd against Wolfsburg, as you mentioned. And that, of course, also sends a huge signal to the rest of the division. Bayern are stating to all who are listening, we're here to win, and we won't be letting the levels slip. They went in front after just 5 minutes when Luis Diaz forced an own goal. Wolfsburg did actually get one back shortly afterwards, and they were in the match right up until half-time, despite going behind again during the first half. Again, thanks to Luis Diaz, who got his name on the score sheet this time. It was an even contest at the break, but in the second 45, it was all about Bayern's power. Luis Diaz, who was great in the first half, was excellent in the second as well. And Michael Olise, he was another of the most impressive players. He and Diaz really showing what they can do on the wings. There was a goal and an assist for Harry Kane as well. A spectacular goal. Definitely one to look out for if you get a chance to see that. A really lovely finish from the Englishman, who was just given too much space on the edge of the Wolfsburg box. Guerrero, Goretzka and Olise were among the goals as well, 2 for the Frenchman. So it was a really dominant performance from the champions. They've extended their lead at the top of the Bundesliga table to 11 points now. Dortmund, of course, who are chasing Bayern up there at the top. Well, they drew on Friday night with Frankfurt. Leverkusen, another of the Bundesliga's challengers, were beaten, and Leipzig didn't play at all. Their match away from home against St. Pauli was called off due to adverse weather in Hamburg. So certainly Bayern's performance, worrying viewing for their competitors. They're back from the winter break in very fine form indeed.
In form indeed, but let's talk about Vincent Kompany because, I mean, there's been doubt about if he was the best man for the job. He's proving a lot of people wrong at the moment, doing phenomenal work. Talk to me about what he said or has been saying following that win against Wolfsburg.
Well, it was indeed a massive victory for the German champions, 8-1 in front of their home crowd against Wolfsburg, as you mentioned. And that, of course, also sends a huge signal to the rest of the division. Bayern are stating to all who are listening, we're here to win, and we won't be letting the levels slip. They went in front after just 5 minutes when Luis Diaz forced an own goal. Wolfsburg were still going all out in attack as the moments that displayed the mentality that he wants to see from his players. He wants them to be relentless. He wants them to be ruthless. He demands it of his players. And elsewhere the German press were critical of Wolfsburg's defensive display because, let's be honest, they shipped 8 goals. Excuse me. They didn't have a great day at the back. But, Olise and Diaz were so impressive, like I said. And it's a cold January day at the Allianz Arena. You're playing against this formidable side. So, a thrashing can happen under those circumstances. Now, I'll go back to Vincent Kompany just one more time, actually, because he also mentioned in the post-match press conference a game that his side played at home last year against Bochum when they were beaten. And he said the reaction of the Bochum players, well, it was like watching a team win a title. Now, he said, if his team gets beaten at home, full respect, all the congratulations in the world to their opponents, but they don't want to gift that to anybody. And that's a mentality that they have right from the first kick of the game right until the very last. It's never to stop winning. Now, Kompany also said that he tried to inculcate his players at his previous managerial job with that same mentality and ended up going down. He was, of course, before he took over at Bayern Munich, the coach of Burnley in the Premier League, who were relegated at the end of his tenure. But at Bayern, there's a different culture. This is a club that is obsessed with winning. The difference between Bayern and Burnley, of course, is also the quality of the players. And Kompany's players demonstrated their ability to dominate this weekend. It was a perfect start to the year for the German champions. And of course, if they do continue in this vein, it's hard to see anyone beating them to the Bundesliga title this season.
Well, Tom, thank you very much for your time. And, also to you, thank you for tuning in. But let me tell you about Litina Travels, because they are your go-to service for the World Cup that's set to happen in Mexico and the USA and, of course, Canada. Well, they are offering you a special 3-1 package. And all you need to do is to get in touch with them. You want to follow the Black Stars of the World Cup, Litina Travels is your go-to service provider. So call them at 0244-260-789, or you can visit Litina at Alisa Hotel, Northridge, and they will service you with all you need to make it to the World Cup. So we are all traveling with Litina Travels, so make sure you jump onto it. We'll see you again same time tomorrow.